Well, g'day and welcome to the latest instalment of Industrial B2B Marketing. My name's Jamie Wade and I'm the Director of Wade Business Media. So what I want to talk about today is press releases and how to put together an effective press release. Just about every company, every industrial marketer at some point will want to make a public announcement. And so when you're doing that, it's very important to communicate that correctly to the right people. And the right people are, of course, editors, primarily editors of business-to-business publications. So the first thing you've got to do is, in a very succinct fashion, summarise the who, what, where, why and when. And that's a very common principle in journalism. So the first thing in your press release is, what are we talking about? What piece of machinery or what service? The where, the why, but most importantly, we really want to focus on the benefits. What are the benefits that this announcement offers to the end user? So that's really critical. The second thing is technical detail. Avoid wishy-washy motherhood statements. You really want to focus on the technical specifications of the equipment or the service. What does it do? How does it work? And most importantly, what are the benefits of those technical specifications? If you're talking about cost savings, well, be descriptive. If you're talking about saving money, be descriptive in terms of exactly how it's going to save money. Because bear in mind that the end user is probably going to be somebody with some technical skills, an engineer, and they want to know what this thing can do, but more importantly, how it's going to benefit them, how it's going to benefit their job, how it's going to enable them to do things more productively and more efficiently. The second, or I guess the third thing that we really want to get in a press release is ideally a quote. And a quote should be something that just embellishes the content of the media release. It really should be providing a statement more about, I guess, the benefits to the end user. You probably don't need to put the technical specifications or mention the technical expectations when you're making a quote. But ideally, you want to quote maybe a customer is usually the best idea. Avoid quoting or using quotes from somebody in a marketing or sales role, purely because people see that and they immediately they switch off, they think that they're being sold something. So if you can get quotes from a technical support person or a technical engineer or a technical sales manager, that really is a good way to go. The fourth thing is supporting claims. Now, when you're dealing with industrial business-to-business marketing, you've got to be very wary that anything that you are saying, any statements that you're making, you're able to back up and support. Particularly if you're railing against your competitors, be very, very careful about doing that. If you have a product or service that's going to revolutionize the market or supersede the conventional solutions on the market or your competitor solutions on the market, then make sure that you've got the claims to back that up. You could land yourself in a lot of hot water if you're making claims that are simply boasts or cannot be supported. Okay, the next thing is you want to keep your press release brief. A press release should ideally be no more than 1 page, 400 words, including contact details and caption details if necessary. You otherwise, you run the risk of boring the recipients. Bearing in mind that editors are very busy people, they get bombarded with dozens of emails and press releases on any given day. So you want to make sure to maximise publicity that your press release can be basically read 400 words, one pager, and has all of the essential facts and information in that press release. Images. Now, I cannot stress the importance of images when you are sending in a media release. If you send, and I'm talking as a former editor of a mining publication, if you send high resolution quality images with your press release, your chances of being published will probably maximise or increase tenfold, because it's all about filling space in a print publication, but also online as well. There's that visual aspect, and editors are always on the lookout for good visuals. So some key to your images: make sure that the image, if you're talking about a piece of equipment, that you've obviously, needless to say, you've got some good sharp professional images of the equipment. If you're talking about service, you want to make sure that you've got some people. Make sure you've got some people in your shots, because it makes it a bit more personable, but it also gives a sense of scale and dimension. And if you can use, ideally, images which are showing, I guess, the equipment or service being applied or used in the field, then that's generally ideal. But images, really important. Make sure, if you're going to invest in any sort of product announcement or putting together any kind of media release, that you make an appropriate investment in getting some quality images done. And finally, and very importantly, because a lot of companies miss this out, make sure you've got your contact details in the media release, okay? Because if the editor has needs more information or wants to elaborate on the media release and doesn't know who to contact, then it can be very frustrating. So make sure you've got somebody on that media release who can answer any technical inquiries. That's very important. Any technical inquiries, because maybe the editor just wants to clarify some information or expand on some information. So there you go. There's some tips to putting together a very effective media release for the industrial business to business or end user market.